All right, so testing. Can people hear me right now? I'm getting some highs, so I'm guessing so, but I don't know for sure. People saying it started. I guess that implies that everyone can see and hear me. All right, leave in the chat if you can hear me, just to be sure. I want to make sure. All right, Coaster Hour audio is good. All right, thank you very much. All right, a few seconds behind, not a big deal. It's just that on this end of the stream, I think there's always a bit of stream delay. That's just how it works. All right, so Coaster Hours here, Charged on PC, Cool Ghost, Wild Walter, Builder Kim, Millennium Forceful, and many more, I'm sure. Well, actually, I'm not sure, but I'm seeing 6 people are here, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so hello everyone, it's Steve Park Avenue. I'm Eric. Welcome to the behind the scenes live stream. So the main thing I'm trying to do here is just teach you guys about anything you want to know about Theme Park Avenue. Ask me any question you have about whether it be how my videos are made, my experiences in certain parks, or you can ask pretty much anything. I don't know how many of you saw the trailer that I have for the live stream, but if you ask me about like is Iron Gwazi or Steel Vengeance better, that kind of thing, I'll still answer it. But this is mostly all about just sharing what Theme Park Avenue is like. I don't know. So let them rip. Let's see all the questions that you might have. All right, Charge on PC. How do you edit your videos? All right. I use the default Windows video editor. I could probably try to get a new one and learn about it. I don't know. I just it's kind of been an if it ain't broke, don't fix it thing, and I haven't ever really had the time to try to learn a new editing software, and it does work for me. All right, so what grade am I in? I am a high school senior. Have I ridden I-305? Yes, I have ridden I-305 Millennium Forceful. Okay, so next I'm Bill Ricken. Didn't I say there was an Airtime Deals vs. Coaster Studios parody? Well, I was making what I said in there was a Coaster Studios vs. Theme Park Crazy rap battle was in the works back in 2020, but it got scrapped. Coaster Conquistador, what do I think of Kennywood? I haven't been there, so I can't really say. All right, J1789. What is your favorite ride in Cedar Point? I would say Steel Vengeance is my favorite. A Wild Walter. Is Orion Elite? Probably. I don't really know what classifies as elite, but it's in my top 20, but not high up there. All right, Millennium Forceful. What's better, Millennium Force or I-305? Millennium Force. Haven't been on I-305 in a while, but for now, I got to stand by Millennium Force being my pick. Okay, cool. Go. So am I going to make more YCPs? Probably. I just have a lot, honestly, in the works. Like, I have a huge list of stuff kind of in the backlog, and I'm really not sure when I'm going to go back to YCPs. So how many hours do I spend making videos a week? It varies quite a bit. It's typically probably somewhere like 5, 6, maybe 7. But how do I schedule it? I would say it's just kind of when I have time, I'll go in and do stuff. Coaster Addict, what is my favorite ride at Kings Island? I would say Mystic Timbers is definitely my favorite. That said, the top 5 are all great. All right. Ex-coaster enthusiast, how did I manage to go to Japan? Well, that wasn't really a theme park trip. That was just kind of a family vacation. We went to Japan for it. It was a beautiful place. Excellent. I really enjoyed. All right. Wait, was I 14? Oh, wow. I can't believe time flies. Thank you, ex-coaster enthusiast. All right. Masterful I-12, what's the worst roller coaster accident? The Mindbender one, probably in Galaxyland. Mr. Businessman, what is the best B&M hyper? Diamondback all day. All right, J1789, Top Thrill Dragster, or Kingda. Kingda. I think Kingda is more intense, and that's the main reason why. All right. What's my top 3 Kings Dominion? For now, it has to be I-305, Dominator, and Flight of Fear. I haven't ridden Twisted Timbers, and Volcano the Blast Coaster was not something I loved. Coaster Hour, what led to me creating the channel? Okay, that's interesting. So this was 8 years ago. Man, I can't believe it was that long ago. I was in like 3rd or 4th grade at this point, and my other friend had a YouTube channel, and I was like, I want to get more subscribers than him. So I made my YouTube channel and I surpassed his 7 subscribers fairly quickly. Then after that, I just had the channel sitting for a while, made a couple other things, but I didn't really start Theme Park Avenue being a big thing until mid 2020, maybe even the start of 2021. But 2021 was when things started becoming like this was a major thing. Hi, what is my least favorite roller coaster? I would definitely say Ed Norla Tag at La Ronde. All right, Nick Warner, have I heard about Dark Coaster? Yes, I have. I'm interested in that. All right, Coaster Radical is my unlucky number 13 coaster. If you mean the 13th I've ever ridden, it was definitely at Cedar Points. Yeah, I think at 4 credits at Busch Gardens at that point. I've been on 2, 3, 4 Disney roller coasters. The 4 Legoland ones was my 13th roller coaster. All right, what's next? Do I consider a ride like Racer or Gemini 2 credits? No. I often think about it as one name for a ride makes it one credit, but I don't really know for sure how I should do it. I feel like if I did the racing thing like a lot of people do, I could probably add a very good number of credits. All right. What's my most underrated credit? Well, Walter, that's very tough. Gee, I got to think about that because a lot of stuff's underrated. Things that stick out to me are New Texas Giants as being pretty underrated. I think X Flight and Gatekeeper are both really underrated. Dominate is an underrated ride. There's a lot of underrated out there. Let's lock in New Texas Giant for now, though. Do I plan on getting to American Samoa? Possibly. It would take a lot, but I would definitely like to try to get there. Just saw my first vid. Oh, Millennium Forceful, actually, because this is behind the scenes, I'll tell you. You did not. I have privated dozens of videos from 8 years ago and such. Mainly because one guy dug it up and used it in a video, and I cringed too much. I didn't want more people doing that. All right, so did I ever visit Gialca Lake? No. All right, tips on how I can start making YouTube vids. Okay, honestly, if you think of an idea for whether it's a ranking or analysis, if you're talking theme park stuff, if it's something that has not been done very many times before, that's a good start. And you want to try to upload fairly consistently. I think a weekly thing, if you're trying to really start the channel, can be very helpful. All right. What else is there? All right, yeah, the channel did start quite a while ago. Cool Ghost Opinions on Dollywood. It looks very nice. I just haven't been there, so I can't say for sure. Coaster Addict, what's the coolest place I've been to? Oh, a lot of places are very cool. I would say I love Yellowstone National Park. That's one. Mendenhall Glacier in Alaska, one of the most breathtaking places for sure. That might be my choice, actually. Oh, and also you meant what is my number 13 favorite roller coaster? I'm gonna have to pull up the list. I'm gonna make a top 25 video late in the year, probably December. Honestly, I have a lot in underworks right now. I'll tell you as I'm scrolling down. I'm gonna rank Kings Island roller coasters based on night rides for Halloween. I'm working on Charge on PC's top 25 most intense coasters list because he won the trivia challenge, so he got to choose a video I make. All right, so I think I have the list here. Yeah, so my 13th favorite is Top Thrill Dragster. I gotta think about that actually. Oh, no, a lot of stuff's coming in. If Great America got an intimate giga like Millennium Force, where would I rank it in my top amusement parks? That might be on par with Kings Island, honestly. So, a top 5 park for sure. All right. Strongest airtime on a coaster, then Gale Force or El Toro. Those are good choices. But I don't think anything beats Iron Gwazi and Steel Vengeance's stuff. Steel Vengeance especially, though. Coaster R had the idea I was a newer coaster channel. To an extent, I'm fairly new. Cool Ghost. I don't know what Crumbles cookies are as a brand. I have to look that up now. What is that? Is that a chain? All right. Am I going to keep this up after the stream? Unless something gets in the way technically, yes, it will be up. All right. Pinatel Teller. Let's see. I have been enjoying coasters that much recently. I'm used to the forces. I get barely any thrills, never scared. I think there are definitely some rides for me, extreme wise, where I never get tired of how scary they seem. You just have to find those relentless roller coasters, and everyone has a different type that works for them. All right, J1789, RMC or Intamin, so tough. They both have insane top tier stuff, but I also feel that there's a bit more on Intamin's end, so I guess I lean toward Intamin as an overall manufacturer. All right, a Wild Walter, best theme park. Islands of Adventure is definitely the best one that you can't debate is not a theme park, but if you can count Busch Gardens Tampa or Tivoli Gardens, it'd probably be Tivoli Gardens. All right. Millennium Forest. Well, what night rides did I get at Kings Island? Pretty much all of them. I got Orion, Diamondback, Mystic Timbers, The Beast, yeah. Banshee, Adventure Express. There's one I'm not thinking of. I don't know. Backlot Stone Coaster, right? And technically, I got Flight of Fear at night. It was dark when I rode Flight of Fear. Actually, it was also bright when I rode Flight of Fear because I had that lights on stuck on it thing. All right, moving on. What's my favorite Halloween event? I don't love the Halloween events, honestly. Full disclosure, I get somewhat scared by that sort of thing. But I think I like Halloween weekends at Cedar Points a lot. All right, what else do we have? All right, Coaster Hour, how to become a roller coaster enthusiast. So I've been going to Busch Gardens Tampa a lot since I was a pretty young kid, and I was scared of Cheetah Hunt. So off the bat, I thought I was never really going to be into roller coasters. Biller can also ask this. So Coaster Hour and Biller can. So here's the thing. I watched one of those clickbait scariest videos in the world thing 2012 or 2013. And that's what had me interested. So after watching more and more and more of those videos, then getting hooked on Coaster Studios back when he made more 5-year plans and such, man, I just feel that was a really interesting way to get into it. But I went to Cedar Point in 2014. That's really where it all started. All right. Masterful High 12. I don't plan on making that video mainly because when I've looked into it, I haven't found any information on that. I'm sorry. All right. Millennium Forceful. Yes, Maverick does have a great night ride. All right. A Wild Walter audio. What do you mean by audio? Can you guys still hear me? Oh, no. Now I'm confused. Nonetheless, we have if you were given the chance, would you ride Son of Beast? Yes, I would ride Son of Beast. All right, Coaster Addict, ever plan on doing an international roller coaster trip? Probably not, honestly, for a very long time, but it's something that intrigues me and I would like to do. All right. If Kings Island got rid of Mystic Timbers and gave it to Cedar Point, would I be mad? No, but that would be really weird. All right. Yeah, Builderkin, those clickbait videos can be pretty fun. Okay. God and Coasters around the same time. That's pretty cool. Okay. That PA kid, what's the best park in Pennsylvania besides Hershey? Well, it's got to be Knoebels, but I've only been to Hershey and Knoebels, so I can't really say for sure. But I definitely like Knoebels a lot. All right, so is nothing else going in the chat, or am I just missing something? I don't know. One thing I think we're going to do at a certain point, because I don't know how many of you have seen theme park rap battles, but because I did those, maybe analyzing the lyrics to an extent, I could kind of say what some of the meanings are, because there's a lot more to some of them than one might think at first. All right, what roller coaster is the best color scheme? A lot of them are beautiful, but I think Banshees is hard to beat. Fury's way up there too, though. All right. Hello, new people coming in. All right, J1789 Gemini Eraser. That's tough, honestly. I think I might have to give slight edge to Gemini, but I have to think about that. Coaster Hour. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw him when he was Coaster Guy 14. I might have, but I don't think I did. But nonetheless, yeah, I've been seeing him for a while. All right. Builderkin Opinions of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. It's been a long time since I went there. That was 2012 is when I went, I believe, to Williamsburg, but I did like it. Actually, between Gemini and Racer, I feel like the airtime in the first half of Racer is better. I don't know. I think I'll give Racer an edge. All right, Mr. Businessman, X-Flight, or Gatekeeper. I'll give a slight edge to Gatekeeper. I have more fun with it, but to be fair, both are fantastic. All right, Cool Ghost. I don't really use paintbrushes, so I gotta get some water. All right, Coaster Addict, top 5 bucket list. So, bucket list coasters, gee, that's really hard. The Voyage has to be up there. I would definitely say DC Rivals, Expedition G-Force. I can't really think of top 5. There's a lot of really great roller coasters out there. I'd probably. I know there's some others, but there's a lot. I can't quite think of any. Coaster Conquistador. Do I think Steel Vengeance is the objective best coaster in the world? I still don't think I can have an objective best roller coaster to say, but Steel Vengeance is one that I think probably is, if I were to say so. All right, Millennium Force. Well, having school then football. Oh, it's the homecoming game for you tonight, I'm assuming. I don't know. That's where I stand with my school. All right. Well, would you suggest I do when I go to Cedar Point this Halloween? Okay. So if you do not scare easily, get night rides on Maverick and Steel Vengeance for sure. You also won't want to miss out on the Millennium Force night ride, and Magnum's is pretty awesome as well. Do I think Michigan's Adventure will get a coaster from California's Great America? I'm going to go with no. All right, if there's one coaster I could bring back from the dead, what would I bring back? Dragon Challenge. I missed it by a couple weeks, so I would love to get a chance to ride that. Goodbye, Millennium Forceful. Coaster Addict, I travel a lot, so how have I not been to Holiday World yet? It's just how it happens. It depends on how I end up there. I just never find my way to Indiana that often, I guess. It's just kind of what happens. Cool Ghost, honestly, I just think yes, I do have a face. Yeah. So Cool Ghost, in regards to being afraid of roller coasters, I think it's good to ride with somebody else who is not afraid of them. That will make you feel better. Oh, Coaster Hour, that's a good point. I was thinking about ones that I hadn't been on, but yeah, I guess Dragster is a good point. But I am curious about what the result of this reimagining will be. All right. Do I have a Cedar Fair season pass? Yes, I do, and I think got platinum to try to get to a couple Cedar Fair parks this year and next year. All right. Oh, sorry, Cool Ghost. Afraid of Millennium Force and Steel Vengeance? Just use my advice, honestly, and feel free to pull the lap bar further down if necessary. So, when you were 4.5. Oh, that's a fascinating story. Cool Ghost, you will not gray out on Steel Vengeance, I don't think. It's intense, but it's not one that drains that way. I think it's a new ride coming to Dragster. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. The way they say it implies that they want people to think it's still going to be Dragster or similar. I don't know. So I think I'll put in a poll asking if people want me to analyze one of the theme park rap battle things. But if anyone has any question, honestly, about videos I made, like what I like the most in my videos, what my least favorite video I made is, stuff I have in the future, I would be happy to tell you some of the things. All right. Poll is in. All right. A Wild Walter. What's your plan for rap battles? That one is so far behind the scenes. I'm curious if I should tell. But I do plan to make. I plan to experiment with something, trying to make rap battles that are not theme park related. They may not go on this channel, but it will be interesting to see how it goes. I'll definitely make some posts so you know if there's a different place to find them. All right. Video that took the most effort to make Coaster Hour. Gee, there's a few in my mind that I just spent a lot of time on. One I'm definitely thinking of is the Six Flags Park ranking. Having to make a lot of mini park reviews essentially for that one and making it 47 minutes long. That took a lot to make. But honestly, some of my joke videos, the YTPs, take a huge amount of time to put together. So that one, the main thing that stands out was that the sentence mixing sort of was way tougher because I had to take from like a dozen different airtime thrills videos. But I think I was happy with how that one came out. For which one took the most time, technically Coaster Studios versus Theme Park Crazy. That one was in the work for 2 months. All right. Will I ever make a roller coaster skit like Coaster Journeys or Coaster Could Talk? Well, J1789, I've done some how roller coasters got their names videos. So that is the closest I gotten to making like a roller coaster comedy skit type thing. I don't know if I'm ever going to really do more of those. I have a script for one. Maybe I could read through that for you guys later too, but honestly, I just don't know. All right, so Builderkin, thoughts on Airtime Thrills? Airtime Thrills is a good channel. He seems like a very nice guy. I enjoy a lot of his stuff. I don't watch as frequently as a lot of other people do, I think, though. But I do like all the stuff that I've seen from him. So, hello, Elements of the Ride. Congrats on 500 subscribers, by the way. All right, so Coaster Conquistador, do I have tips on growing a channel? Trying to upload consistently and making just decent videos with unique ideas that people will want to watch. And also tell you the one Coaster comedy script that I haven't recorded audio for was the How Canada's Wonderland roller coasters got their names. All right. Back row coasters, thought on Steel Vengeance, mid-course double up. It's excellent. All right, so I see people have definitely voted yes for the rap battle thing. So I'll put in a poll to see which one you want me to do. All right. Charge on PC, favorite inversion, Iron Gwazi's Death Roll. Hello, anti-trim brakes. All right, so the options for analyzing lyrics, I'll put in Cedar Fair versus Six Flags, Coaster Studios versus Theme Park Crazy, okay, I don't have enough characters to do Theme Park Crazy, so I'll do TBC. J1, would I have written Maverick's Hotline Roll? Yes. All right, Coaster Hour, most surprising video and how it performed to help grow the channel. There was a great example that's not on this channel. But for this channel, the one that I was really surprised was my Legoland ride ranking. That one has over 70,000 views, and I've definitely gotten a great amount of subscribers from that one. But on my National Park Wild channel, my most popular video there has close to 400,000 views. So I think 3/4 of the traffic on that channel came from that video alone. So that was definitely the one. All right. So I'm falling behind in the chat. So I just got to finish these options. So vote on which rap battle you want me to analyze the lyrics of. So it'll be Cedar Fair versus Six Flags, Coaster Studios versus Theme Park Crazy, Airtime Thrills versus Delta Orion, or B&M versus Intamin. All right, so let's see. We got, would you say you support my movement? Hashtag remove the trims. Sure. If you were able to operate a roller coaster, which one would it be and why? I got to think about which one would be the one that least people would complain about stapling on. I guess there's a lot that would work with that. I don't know. Okay, J1789, what state is the roller coaster capital of America? I gotta go Ohio. Their lineup at the top between Cedar Point's top 4 and Kings Island's top 5, and also Gatekeeper. And, well, I was including Dragster in that, I guess, but still, those two parks, like, carry more than the entirety of Florida could, even with Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi. And also, if people want to know controversial opinions, I can do that too. But let's see who's winning the poll. Oh, quite close. Only 11 votes. Some more people vote in the poll, so we can get a decisive answer for which one to analyze. All I know is they're probably not analyzing the lyrics of Airtime Bills for Sales for Orion. I got a bit. All right, another vote for Cedar Fair or Six Flags. All right. What's my favorite park outside the USA? I would definitely have to go with Tivoli Gardens in Denmark. Sorry, I froze for a moment there. That's beautiful park and also has some good rides. They did lose their best one though. Okay, well, Walter, Cedar Point's top 9 and Kings Island top 5 beats both Gardens parks combined. Yeah, I can see that. Mr. Businessman, what's a better state for roller coasters? All right, I need to know which 2 states you are referring to before I can answer that. All right, Charge Up PC. Where would Vertigo rank if it was a coaster? Top 20, no doubt. All right, backrow coasters. I'm not sure if you asked this earlier, but someone asked me about the mid-course double up, and I think it's excellent. Okay, California or Ohio? Ugh. I gotta go Ohio. They have just some of the best rides out there, and I'm not quite sure California can counter, even with the underrated Joker, and obviously plenty of others that get a lot of respect. But Joker's underrated, and I know I haven't been on everything there. I haven't been to CGA or whatnot, but I think I'd have to stick with that. All right, so Cedar Fair versus Six Flags is the one people chose. All right. So I'm gonna pull up the lyrics to that, and once I have that up, I'll answer a few more questions. Wow, I haven't opened this document since August 7th. Why did I open this in August? Oh wait, that's not. Oh yeah. I should probably note there are 2 theme park rap battles that I had lyrics for, but I haven't made them and probably never will make them. There it is. All right, I last opened this in January. That makes sense considering I made it, in January. All right, well, Walter, you'd like to know? So I had Dollywood versus Silver Dollar City, and Cedar Point versus Six Flags Magic Mountain. All right, Charge on PC. My top 4 are Great Adventure. Number 4 is Nitro, 3 is Jersey Devil, 2 is El Toro, and 1 is King of the Ka. I'll show you guys those lyrics too, probably. Yeah, I'll do the lyrics for the one of the other 2 battles after we. All right, you're saying Dollywood versus Silver Dollar City. So once I go through the Cedar Fair versus Six Flags ones, yeah. So we're about to analyze the lyrics of Cedar Fair versus Six Flags. If you want to pull up that rap battle so you can kind of follow along with what the lyrics are, we'll do that. Coaster Conquistador, I feel like I would be a distraction to your algebra homework. So if you want to log off or mute this, honestly, I think it's best to try to get the homework done. All right, Six Flags got rid of a park. Which of these should be booted? Great America, Magic Mountain, or Great Adventure? That's tough. I feel like the one where Six Flags is helping the least in the chain is probably Great America. So if you're saying which one I would want to be under a new owner, yeah, I would go with that. But for which one were to be like gone for good, I would go Magic Mountain. Honestly, that's where we're losing the least. All right, would I rather ride a Rookaroo with a bruised neck or X2 after a Big Mac? Gee, X2 is a better ride, and I've never gotten sick on a roller coaster, so I guess X2. All right, so let's go through Cedar Fair versus Six Flags lyrics. Everybody ready? Give a yes in the chat or thumbs up if you are ready for that. All right. So the first part was Cedar Fair going in with "Hello, Mr. Six. Do you want to dance?" That one's not just him saying Mr. Six, but the fact that Mr. Six, the character, mostly known for dancing. So it's just kind of the introductory line, not really a big diss. All right. Would I want CCI or Arrow to come back? CCI. I mean, with how excellent Ghost Rider is, that's for sure. I see Cool Ghost saying he wants to help with algebra. Honestly, Coaster Conquistador, if you're there and the algebra question is something that's easy to type in chat, I can try to help. I do know a bit of algebra. So, unlike Kentucky Kingdom, you have no good chance. That one was a reference to the fact that Kentucky Kingdom has Lightning Run, which is a good chance ride, and there's no good chance ride at Six Flags parks, and also because Kentucky Kingdom used to be a Six Flags, so that's also a reference. All right, then given your lack of management, I have a hunch. That's just leading into the next part. You gotta prepare for my coaster 1-2 punch. That one's pretty fun. I think it's a reference to the airtime thrills 1-2 punch thing. I know some others have done that, but that's the main thing. Cool Ghost is not slandering. It was saying Kentucky Kingdom had a good chance and Six Flags didn't. I should point out, most of these disses have either aged really well or really poorly, and they're mostly all hypocritical. All right, so you put ads on your ride cards to get your money quicker. Very simple, straightforward. Put ads on the ride cards to get money quicker, like on Pandemonium and such. And then so many ads for candy, you make me snicker. Just, Snickers is a candy, so that's simple one. And then I love this one's flow. You try to fix your parks, but they didn't get that far. Then your business derailed like a Toro's back car. So saying trying to fix up Six Flags didn't work that well. This was before the new CEO, actually, or at least before he did anything, so that's interesting. And then your business derailed like El Toro's back car. That one, of course. I think most of you know what that one meant, but that one aged particularly well because El Toro had another issue. All right, then there was, do you used to break world records, now you only backtrack? Just saying they used to be good, now they're not. And I mentioned they did break world records, indeed. All right, I gotta get water. Your spinning coasters aren't good, so cue the laugh track. Saying laugh track is better. Cue the laugh track, Hershey Park, you guys get it. And then for Cliffhanger, okay, so this one about Dr. Diabolical, this was back when everyone was mad it was a dive coaster. So it was for Cliffhanger, your fans give me the next disc. Yeah, because the fans were the ones who were angry. Then Fiesta was your Lone Star, and the folks are over Texas. So you get the over Texas line there, but also Fiesta was your Lone Star because the Lone Star state is Texas. And then you're the DC chain if it stands for discount. This one's really funny, I think, because everyone calls it the discount chain. And Six Flags is constantly talking about their DC stuff. So DC discount. If I have anyone lost right now, honestly, let me know. I realize I'm saying these in a very weird, kind of disjointed way. So the next was the number of parks we closed matches my discount. So the fact that they closed a lot of rides. And discount. I needed a rhyme somehow, so that's what I went with. All right, next up, oh yeah, we're already at the end of the verse. Your growth was River Rapid, but the tables have turned. That one because there's a turntable on most River Rapids rides. And then you think your train's at Colossus, that's why you're getting burned. Some of you may remember when Colossus caught fire at Six Flags Magic Mountain after it was closed for good. So that's a reference to that. All right, then we get the Six Flags part. So the opening line, but call me a gold rusher because this win is mine. So many of you might get that they're saying gold rusher because gold relates to a win. But also this win is mine. The use of word mine was specific there because mine train, gold rusher is a mine train. So there are a few mini puns in that one. And the next was while you're on a silver streak, like you're on family ride. So for those who don't know, Silver Streak at Canada's Wonderland is a family ride. and this is saying Cedar Fair is on a silver streak. And then you could try to skip these lines, but my lane is too fast, referencing the fast lane system, a simple one. But then you have skip these lines, trying to get past Six Flags' verse, but also skipping the line. And then so freeze and get ready for my reverse blast. So reverse, I had a hyphen between those specifically because it's a verse. And that one's just kind of referencing the ride. But what I like about that one is now there's a big issue with Mr. Freeze at Over Texas. So once again, age uniquely. That the ride innovator is going full throttle, just mentioning the ride, but also that full throttle was kind of innovative. Then corkscrew hurt so much that you should leave it bottled. There's a cork on your bottle, like typically with alcohol. Not that I would know that, but nonetheless, that's just what that one's referencing. And then my rhymes are colder than your off seasons. Too bad you can't freestyle like Joker free spins. So that's referencing how a lot of Cedar Fair Park's main ones, like Cedar Point, Kings Island, are not open all year. And then too bad you can't freestyle like Joker free spins. I like that one because the DC discount thing was a diss. Six Flags is coming back saying Joker has some good qualities to it. Next is it's harder to swallow your wraps than the food on your trays. Just saying Cedar Fair has bad food. What's really funny about that though is that Six Flags is often called one with the worst food. So very hypocritical in a way. But then we have keep selling table scraps my guest stand all day. I kind of like saying that. But when you have the whole thing going, it's harder to swallow your wraps than the food on your trays, keep selling table scraps my guest stand all day. It's kind of a double rhyme in there. All right, Wild Walter. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Next was you remove your coasters but don't add anything. That's a blunt one, but then followed by 20 Losses newest coaster. That's got a sting, referencing Stinger, and that was the newest roller coaster at the time. This next one's probably my favorite, or one of my favorites. Not really my favorite, but you have I'll deck you like your riders under SLC flight. So that's referencing Flight Deck at Canada's Wonderland, a ride that does injure its riders, so it does technically deck them. And then you should relocate yourself to an easier fight, referencing a lot of the relocations. But then again, Six Flags did that too. Next was Cedar Point's the only park where your money is spent. Most of your parks are dead, like the Giga Coaster trend. That one referenced like Coast Tunes video, actually, how Giga Coasters are like dead or whatever. And yeah, most of the Cedar Fair parks don't get treated as well as Cedar Point, so that was the main thing. Next up, we had Let Me Stop Your Trek there, like Goliath's Break Run. Goliath at Magic Mountain, that break run is very harsh, so it does quite honestly stop the car on the track. And this is the Cedar Fair part. Yeah, your parks are like your commercials, just fake fun. I'm thinking that line is pretty weak, but it was just referencing how Six Flags commercials have such energy to them, but the actual parks don't really have that for the most part. And then they're more cramped than Superman the Ride's cars. Just referencing the poor layouts that kind of make them seem really cramped in areas, but more cramped than Superman the Ride's cars. Superman the Ride has restraints everyone hates. But then the sections were pretty funny. Your wraps restrained. I'm creating buzz with my bars. So restrained because restraints, and then buzz with my bars because buzz bars. Even though Blue Streak doesn't have those, and nothing has those at Cedar Fair as far as I know. But it was still a funny enough line when it happened. And there's just a symbol you have your parks up, but they always come up short, saying that they're never as good as they seem like they'll be. And then, like your plans for Qiddiya, this rap you should abort. This was written before I knew Qiddiya had broken ground and things were actually kind of happening with that one, but it's still interesting. And then my parks are gold strikers, all for bankruptcy or filing. There were plenty of Six Flags bankruptcy issues, and parks are gold strikers, referencing the ride at California's Great America. And that's a very interesting one. And then I'm the theme park king, so get off my island, referencing Kings Island, and saying it's the king of amusement parks. I don't know. Is this going anywhere? Or should I do something else besides these? Wild Walter, please name some that have buzz bars. I don't really know much about buzz bars. If I've been on one, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, of course it does. Oh, that barely counts charge on VC. I don't even think about Coaster Conquistador. Yes, it used to have them. I'm throwing out my voice. Dang. There's a big spirit thing of it. Racer has them? Really? The Beast? I don't think that's what a buzz bar is. Like, I'm thinking about like Phoenix and Knoebels type buzz bar. All right. Anyway, I guess so. Keep going with this for now. So there's your Hades prehistoric, like dinosaurs alive, mentioning dinosaurs are prehistoric, and Cedar Point's best days are in the past. But also, dinosaurs alive was gone at that point, so that was also prehistoric, not just the dinosaurs themselves. All right, next was fan stop Val raving and you took a nosedive. So referencing Val Raven, but saying raving. All right, J1789, good luck on your homework and thank you for popping in. And you took a nosedive because dive coasters, 90-degree drop, similar to that. Thank you, Pilderkin and Paul Sundberg. I've always been told I sneeze really loudly, but I like it more than the little achoo kind of sneeze. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that. It seems like a fake sneeze to me. Mr. Businessman, if you were going to tell someone that knows nothing about roller coasters to ride a Vekoma SLC, would you feel bad? I wouldn't tell them to do that, but yeah, I guess I would. Hello, Zero G Coasters. Welcome. Currently, we are going over the lyrics of Cedar Fair 6 Flags, kind of analyzing the meanings. The next part aged very, very well. I didn't buy you, but you're still getting owned. Six Flags saying that. This was before the whole SeaWorld Cedar Fair thing, so people have tried to buy Cedar Fair, and it's just saying they're getting owned. And then, since your ride shut down when the gentle wind blows, and Dragster, obviously, that happens a lot. Now, this line is just, I can't believe it. It aged impeccably. When you're in a theme park tournament, it's a disaster. Not true, because Cedar Fair is one of theme park tournaments it's been in with me, but still. Then you lose the bracket like the one that fell off Dragster. Yeah, that has every new announcement on Dragster, like that ages better and better. That is the harshest of like anything I've written, I'm pretty sure. Harsher than the El Toro one. But yeah, so losing the bracket because it was like a metal bracket sort of that fell off Dragster. It was called a proximity flag plate, but honestly, we don't need to get into the specifics on that. But then we have I Want to Be With Things, Guess I'll Want to Ride On. That's simple. And then I know I have Six Flags, but you auto wave a white one because a white flag often means surrendering. And also Six Flags saying they have Six Flags. So what was the next part? All right, Cedar Fair verse next. Yeah. Your raps are pretty bumpy. You should have rehearsed. Yeah, simple. And then not even Alan Schilke can retract that verse. That one's really goofy, but I think it's pretty funny. And then lap bars are the only things you can crush now, referencing the fact that they will staple you sometimes at a park. And with that one skill, you should staple your mouth, just saying Cedar Fair saying Six Flags should stop. I realize most of these are just kind of saying I'm better than you and your raps are bad. But nonetheless, the next one's pretty good. Your actions are more twisted than Cyclone, it seems, even more than the one that destroyed New Orleans because Hurricane Katrina, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Tria. Hurricane Katrina kind of destroyed Six Flags New Orleans. It never opened again. And the next one's my brother's favorite. He always delivers it like, so all my coasters are the beasts are quite out of shape. That part's simple. The beast reference and saying that the roller coasters aren't that good. Then he always goes, when people leave your park, it's called a Great Escape. He has to go with that Great Escape part because of the kind of emphasis I put on it. And the Great Escape is implying that Wild Walter, New Orleans, and Seams. So the lean Seams rhymes. It's hard to say your actions are more twisted than the Cyclone. It seems even more than the one that destroyed New Orleans. That wouldn't work. So I have to say New Orleans. I normally say New Orleans. Yes, Wild Walter, I understand. But it wouldn't work. It'd be like if I was trying to rhyme San Francisco with like frying pan, I'd have to say San Fran. That's a bad example, sort of. But nonetheless, so a great escape implying people want to escape the park. Then you have the tallest coaster, but you're looked down upon. Another reference to King of the Cow, sort of. And then you are losing the round, or in French terms, la ronde. I had to look this up. La ronde in French supposedly, la ronde in English supposedly is the round. So losing the round. And then this one works really well. Is you're still when you dispatch and can pack a good dis. So dispatch, pack dis. It didn't work quite as well as I'd hoped, but it's referencing Six Flags weaker operations, but then, well, like my food stalls are giving you quick service, because quick service, and it's like serving them up in wrap. I don't know, that kind of thing. Goodbye, Mr. Businessman. Mr. Businessman, I play RCT3 every once in a while, but not that much. And then, if your management's not fixed, you'll be facing lawsuits. Wow, that's aged very well. And then, while I made a bigger splash than any log shoot, a splash in business is typically a positive term. And then you dodged bullets before, but this one is your killer because I'm shutting you down even faster than the chiller. I like that one. Referencing the ride that lasted very little. Builderkin, I think this might last till 6, unless things really die down and I don't have any reason to keep going with it. I was thinking it was going to be 2 hours, but I just don't know. All right, so the next part was Six Flags next verse. You made it the smallest giga. How low can you stoop? How low, because it's the height of Orion that's being referenced. Or someone said Orion. At Kings Island, I heard someone say Orion. I know it's just because they didn't know. I laughed. That was hilarious. All right, nonetheless. I'm running laps around you like a Mobius loop because those are a continuous circuit, but 2 different trains on like different tracks, sort of. So referencing Mobius loops. All right. I spit rhymes faster than the launch on Max Force. Yep, that symbol. Then while you're slower than Copperhead strikes Max Force because Mac rides. Well, it's Mach sort of, but Max Force. And then Copperhead strikes launch has been shamed for being not very powerful. And the next was, based on all the thoughts about Steel Vengeance, I'm certain it's not the best ride of Steel. So for you, it's Curtains. People don't really like Steel Vengeance to an extent. Some people kind of like call it overrated and such, and some say it's dumb. I've heard that before. It's still like the best ride for a lot of people, but a lot don't think that. So them saying it's not the best Ride of Steel, but also Ride of Steel at Darien Lake. And for you, it's Curtains is a reference to the fact that Steel Curtain is a ride. There's a lot of different roller coaster names referenced. Goodbye, Builderkin. Next, you're a Rocky MC, referencing Rocky Mountain Construction, or MC. All right, see you, Millennium Forceful. Now something I'm clearing up between us. I have the Better Great America. Aged quite well, given the fact that California's Great America is now like gonna close, and I made this way before that. Hello, Omega Productions. I could buy Elements of a Ride, and then from Little Kitty Rides, I have quite a fair amount. You'd be nothing if you didn't buy Parks on Paramounts. I like that rhyme, and it's just saying that Six Flags is a lot of parks, but Cedar Fair not really. Cool Ghost, I don't know who that is. And then you've talked about this fight, but there's one fallacy. How can you take shots with your no camera policy? Okay. What's funny about that is Six Flags camera policy is just as bad. So I'm not sure what I was thinking about that. Maybe it's because I had been to Cedar Point recently and that was an issue. Next, on the border of greatness, but you can't Carowin it. Referencing Carowinds being on the border, of 2 states. And then we asked for B&M, you decided to wing it. Just referencing Gatekeeper not being as loved by others. And I'm throwing shade you lack for when the weather's balmy. Saying Cedar Fair Parks don't have a lot of shade. And yes, I do like your new profile picture. But throwing shade also is like dissing and such. And next was I devoured your growth like Plants vs. Zombies. Saying Six Flags has grown more, but also referencing the Carowinds sort of 3D attraction thing that was Plants vs. Zombies based. And the final verses, you got Cedar Point saying, I have the floor, I can make you scream. Scream is a floorless, so saying floor, but also can make them scream. And then this next one, very simple but funny. The Jersey Devil Goes is worse than the hockey team. That at that point, the Jersey Devil hockey team was doing terribly. So it worked quite well. And people don't like Jersey Devil Coaster that much compared to other RMCs. And next was, you're doomed to drop like Lex Luthor with your losses. The fact that Lex Luthor drop a Doom as a ride. But then finally we have, since your dueling is less consistent than Twisted Colossus. Yeah, that one, it rarely duels the ride, so it worked pretty well. And then we had, you're full of Volvicomas, you really ought to can those. Yeah. Then have your park stuck, call your CEO Mike Thanos. Undead Nerd. I use OBS to screen record certain clips if I want them, asking permission first, though, of course, and then just put it in the video editor, and that's how it works for me. So have your park subcolor CEO Mike Thanos, because Mike Spanos was the CEO at that point, and Thanos removed half of all life, so half of the parks are bad or lifeless. So Mike Thanos, and then they all drop the mic once again, referencing Mike being the name. Want some more facts and for all your parks have less atmosphere than a real Astro World, so less atmosphere because an Astro World, if it were not Earth, there wouldn't be much atmosphere in most cases, and the fact that Astro World is actually gone, so less atmosphere. All right, next was Six Flags. How can your rap be something that I dread when that verse was the weakest ending ever since The Shed? The Shed is something a lot of people don't like, think it's overhyped and such, and a weak ending to the ride, and they think the ride makes it worse to an extent. Nonetheless, next was You Changed Mantis. Fans are praying you can stand up. That one is interesting because, Mantis at Cedar Point became Rougarou, but saying fans are praying, I'm saying praying Mantis. And while Walter, I agree with you. The Shed is fun. I don't think it makes the ride better, really, but it doesn't make it worse for sure. But my cheesy announcements get more hype than your stuff. And yeah, the Six Flags announcement videos were always loved. I miss those. And next we have I'm the most famous amusement park name in the country. And yeah, I think if you ask an average person if they've heard of Six Flags, they'll say yes. But if you say Cedar Fair, they'll be like, "What's that?" Not everyone, but in more cases, that could happen. And then we have based on the name Tumbili was designed by monkeys because Tumbili is monkey in Swahili. And Undead Nerd, yeah, D23 wasn't really great. And next was Call Your Hotel Bank Breakers because Hotel Breakers is Cedar Point, but because they're so greedy is the next part. So yeah, Bank Breakers. And then finally, while I spit hot sauce like I'm throwing it at CV. That one's fun because the hot sauce packet's thrown at Seal Vengeance. You all know that one. That's it. Made it through the lyrics. That was quite a mouthful, actually. Let's go back to questions for a little while here. Like, if you want to ask me my opinion. All right. My other hobbies. All right. So I love travel to national parks. Beautiful places. I like national parks more than theme parks, honestly. Places like Yellowstone, Denali, they have taken my breath away, and that's special. That's why I have my second channel, National Park Wild. I don't know how many of you know that one, but hello, anti-trim brakes. So National Park Wild is the channel that has less videos, but I enjoy making them just as much for that one. The next video on that one will be interesting. Oh, and by the way, at the end of this, I'm going to let you guys decide what my video on Sunday is. I'll put it in a poll. It's just that I have not really decided yet. I have a few that it could be, so I'll let those who stay till the end decide, basically. Looks like more people came in. I'm more just based on that. All right, Omega Productions. I've been to Ontario, but it's been years. Last time I went to Canada was 2019, but it was not Ontario. It was the Rockies for the most part. All right, a Wild Walter. What's better, amusement parks or national parks? I prefer national parks. Elements of the ride. Have I done a trip with theme parks and national parks? Yes, I'd be happy to name those. So the main ones that stand out, I had 2 of those this year. So in between my big road trip, from DC to San Antonio for all those Six Flags parks, I went to Gateway Arch National Park. That should not be a national park, but it is. And then when I went to La Ronde, we followed that up with Acadia National Park. All right, anti-trim brakes. Oh, you might not love my channel then. Yeah. The thing is, I did not have a good experience at Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It was many years ago. But every time I do a reaction video to someone else's ranking, people get very, very upset when I mention that Smokies is ranked higher than I would have if they put it in the top 10 or 20, for example. It's nice. I enjoy the scenery, but I just think the Grand Mountains and Deserts of the West are way more impressive than that of the Smokies. I'm going to get canceled for this one, aren't I? Undead Nerd, yes, Garden of the Gods is a wonderful place. Wild Walter, most overrated national park, Great Smoky Mountains. I have not had the best experience to truly judge it, but there is no way it should be compared to all of those other. all those other national parks in the West. Like when I see people say it's better than like every desert and mountain park, I'm surprised to see them also put things like Shenandoah and New River Gorge way, way lower. Now, cool Ghost, I'm glad it's your home, but have you gotten sick of it at a certain point? If you've been seeing it for many years, it's kind of a grass is greener situation, I think. Like, for example, for me, Everglades is nothing special. I like it. I enjoy seeing alligators and such, but nearly every animal there I can see in my backyard. Whereas deer, I never see deer. So deer are like a unique wildlife setting for me, and I love that. Undead Nerd, I have not heard any new rumors. I knew about that kind of jump track thing they were working on, and I'm very excited for that. But is there something else I need to know about? Oh, anti-trim breaks. I hope you love Utah and Colorado if you go back. They're wonderful places for natural scenery. Back to that question I was saying, what I was asking about, like where I've gone to theme parks and national parks. There was a trip where I went to Knott's Berry Farm in between Death Valley and Joshua Tree National Parks. There's definitely other examples. One of my most recent visits to Cedar Point, I went to Indiana Dunes as well, but that one's also not really deserving of a park status. I don't know. Is there any certain information about behind the scenes people want to know? Because that's the main reason why we're here. So honestly, if you want my opinions on certain people, whether it be who I've collaborated with or similar, I will totally reveal that. I did not hear about that, Undead Nerd. What's my favorite video I've made? Okay. In terms of serious, my Six Flags park ranking is definitely the one that I'm most proud of. Being able to, after going to all the parks and kind of having them fresh in my mind, I just really love talking about them. And for funny videos, Coaster Studios or Theme Park Crazy Rap Battle was honestly a passion project. And I was really happy most people enjoyed it. It was a blast to make. Having that Theme Park Crazy voice stored for a long time, that worked. Am I going to Hollywood Horror Night? I mean, Halloween Horror Nights. No, I'm not. A Wild Walter opinions on Storyville Gardens. I think it'll be pretty good. I don't know a ton about it. I don't know if a lot of rides have been announced. I only saw the one announcement for it, and I think it will be a good park. Would I consider vlogging at parks? Nah, outside of my shorts that I do individually reviewing parks and such, I don't think I'll do that. The only possible exception is Grad Bash. I don't know how many of you are in Florida, but a lot of schools at the end of the year go to Universal Studios and Isles of Adventure like late at night for Grad Bash, and I might do that. I'll mostly be marathoning Velocicoaster, and the only reason I'll set foot in studios, honestly, is to do Revenge of the Mummy, and if they have the thing replacing Shrek 4D done. That's what I do. All right. Cool Ghost, what type of computer do I have? All right, so it's a Microsoft Surface Go. But I also have this older laptop that's Lenovo that I sometimes use for things. I got reposition. All right, so it's been an hour. I don't know if it's felt like more or less time, but it has been an hour. If there's anything else in there people want to know. How many kills of Squishmallows do I own? I'm going to ask my sister, honestly. Yeah, no, I don't have any. My sister has no roller coaster Squishmallows, but she has Squishmallows galore. In terms of souvenirs for parks, I have T-shirts, and I give my Coaster Conquistador, and I have a snow globe from Cedar Point. My first visit, you can kind of see that in the back next to what looks like the Pokeball. That was just something special to look at because Mantis is on that. Elements of the ride. I don't have any nano coasters. I have those like small track model things of Millennium Force, Maverick, and Top Thrill Dragster. The what was it called? You know, the statics, like the Coaster Dynamics one, where it just shows the car. I got those for my 10th birthday. I'm pretty sure. Now, Undead Nerd. I think Lord of the Rings should be in a park at this point. Definitely. A Cool Ghost. I can't go that long. I got Homecoming to get to probably. All right, Charge on PC. Do I normally script my videos? Good question. The answer is no. When I'm doing like the theme park engineering videos and certain things, yes. And I always write in things I want to say, like I'll write in the ranking, or if I'm doing a park review, specific things I cover, but a lot of it is very off script. I'm gonna run out of water. Wild Walter, so I freestyle rap. I do. I don't know where you got that from, but oh, that's interesting. No, the raps are scripted. The raps always have lyrics, definitely. But I can freestyle rap. I don't know. One of my teachers likes rap, so when we have a project to do something creative, that's often what I would do. I don't know. So, how good is Ejector? Ejector is awesome. All right, rap battle Wild Walter. All right, I don't know much about Wild Walter, so I don't think I can do that, but nonetheless. I don't know. To the 8 people here, I mean, I can kind of reveal what the rap battle thing will be. So, for other rap battles, basically, what will happen will be PowerPoint rap battles would be the series because yeah, yeah, I guess it's pretty great freestyle, but yeah, so I make them in PowerPoint. The rap battles so far they've been made in PowerPoint. I don't have Adobe stuff like After Effects or Premiere Pro. Maybe I'll learn them one day, but for now, yeah, that's what I've got. Anti-trim brakes do a rap about how trims need to be removed. I don't know. I feel like I need time to process that. Maybe I could try that. I don't know. We're talking about freestyle rap right now, Millennium Forceful. Oh no, I'll put out a poll. I'm really curious about what the answer is going to be on this one. Omega Productions, Millennium Force does have ejector airtime, in my opinion. The Speed Hill. I should freestyle rap Cedar Flags. Gee, I don't know. There's certain things where I just don't have enough information to like make good bars, but maybe I could think about for a moment. I definitely need to pull up a beat to do this, but I'll do that. I don't know. I don't know how many of you've seen the Coaster Journey, the Coaster Show. For those who know Coaster Journey, fun channel, makes a lot of good stuff. A builder can freestyle Cedar Point. That's a good idea. I like that. But I did a freestyle rap sort of on his because we had to rap to win the Coaster Game Show, and people liked that. I mean, I I I felt like I did a pretty bad job, but everybody really likes that. I don't know. To pull up. So yeah, everybody wants me to freestyle. Freestyle rap Busch Gardens Tampa. I can try it. Omega Productions, good job. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can. I feel like I'll mess up the freestyle and it won't be as good. But if I can get like one good bar out, maybe it would work. For now, just keep asking questions as I ponder. A wild Walter kill my home park. A Millennium Forceful, my home park is Busch Gardens, Tampa. So, want me to diss track Busch Gardens, Tampa. Builderkin, the worst park I've been to. To say objective worst, gee, I don't know. My least favorite's Great Escape, for sure. I had an awful experience. But I like some stuff. Comet was fun. I don't know, maybe I should try to do diss track on Coaster Studios, see if he sees it. No, he doesn't like watching stuff that's about him. Because sometimes there's bad stuff that goes in. And I know he chose not to see the Coaster Studios Theme Park Crazy rap battle. Peter watched it. That was awesome. Like, when he commented on that, I was like, my dreams have been fulfilled. All right, so I have to pull up the beat. I don't know. Oh yeah, Builder, can you remember that? Yeah. I got very long ad. Sorry, hang on. Have I been to Kentucky Kingdom? No, I have not. Ooh. This is the beat I use for Coaster Journeys. Maybe I should use that if I do it. Wait, were you guys able to hear that beat? I don't know. It was really quiet. Maybe my audio is better than I thought. I don't know. I'll definitely consider this. Doing a Busch Gardens Tampa freestyle rap, like diss track type thing. I don't know if you guys have any questions about behind the scenes stuff. Favorite videos I made, people said them. No one's asking about my least favorite stuff I made. I've been curious about that because honestly, the process of making certain things, there are certain videos I regret making. In all honesty, all right, Wild Walter, the video I regret the most. I don't know how many have seen this, but yeah, I gotta pull this up. It's private now, but it was the title of it specifically was has Cedar Point confirmed in all caps an RMC T-Rex for 2022 question mark theme park rumors. It was based on this video that the Cedar Point YouTube channel uploaded, and it had the giant wheel for a moment, and I thought it was T-Rex track. It actually looked like it. So people did not like that. It got a great amount of views the hours it was open, but yeah, it was not. It was wrong. And unfortunately, a different guy had told me about it to make a video on it. So I had said in the video, thanks for noticing it, this guy. And unfortunately, yeah, that probably made him look bad. But I think it worked out fine. All right. What videos take the longest for me to make? The rap battles, without a doubt. That's why I don't really make that many of them. All right, Millennium Force, do I write scripts? Occasionally. Honestly, not that often. Wait, did I skip Cool Ghost? Cool Ghost, I don't think you asked a question. All right, what was the other one? Elements of the ride. What single video took the longest to make? Ooh. The Coaster Studios vs. Theme Park Crazy Rap Battle was in development for like 2 months, but I definitely wasn't working on it for 2 months straight. All right, while Walter posts the rap battles they didn't upload, I will never post the Coaster Studios vs. Theme Park Crazy one I didn't do, but the thing is, The other ones are just lyrics. I can try to perform those for you guys instead of the. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I think maybe I'll perform one of those instead of the freestyle. So I'll put in a poll about which one you prefer. Cool Ghost, I have not seen those. Builderkin, do I like Coaster Studios? I loved his channel at a certain point. Back when he made Park Battles review, like certain things, I loved watching it, but I don't know. He doesn't make content much anymore, and I kind of miss that. I'll give credit that the Coasting Through Europe vlogs are not as uninteresting to me as some of his other vlogs, but I'm just not into vlogs as much for the most part. Okay, Millennium Forceful, most underrated coaster channel. Gee, I would have said Station Weight, but he's been growing. But I don't know. Maybe I'll still go for. I might still go for Station Weight. Excellent channel. All right. I'm not certain I finished some of these raps actually. I don't have a beat for the Silver Dollar City one. I'll have to look. But and because there's a very limited amount of characters, I'm just going to abbreviate some of the names. I may also have to provide some context for some of these. All right. Millennium Force. So, what's my opinion on YouTube Shorts? I don't think they should be the main form of content. And the idea that YouTube's answer to TikTok, they're better than TikTok. But honestly, I feel like the comment sections are way more toxic on Shorts. So, I don't love them. I use them occasionally, though. And honestly, it's when I have a video that doesn't do well. It's kind of how I make up ground. I upload a short, and sometimes it'll do well. I just don't think they're as good as long form videos. All right. I'd love to see more votes because I see there's 12 people with 7 votes for the which rap should I do. I just want to have a good idea of which one people prefer to see. So would you rather Dollywood versus Silver City or Cedar Point versus Six Flags Magic Mountain as a rap performance? Omega Productions, I agree with you. I'm getting tired out. I don't know. Might have to. I'll try to get this to 6 p.m. because I said to some people that it would go till that late. But nonetheless, all right. My favorite non-coaster channel, Epic Rap Battles of History. That's where I got the inspiration to do the rap thing, honestly. Charge on PC. Can we do a Kahoot? Maybe. I'm not sure if I had the proper setup for Kahoot. I can see if I do. Yeah, let's do a Kahoot. Also, tell all your friends you're going to do a Theme Park Avenue Kahoot. And you know what? The winner gets to choose a video topic. Nonetheless, it is time for the rap. Yeah, Charge on PC if it was you again. I got to say, Charge on PC, my definition of intense roller coasters is so different from other people that I'm concerned you won't like it, but I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, yes, we're rapping first. Don't worry, Wild Walter. In fact, it's time now. Builderkin, Hershey Park enthusiast. He's a great guy. I like a lot of his content. I'm really glad to be friends with him. The only thing, I think his RMC Wildcat videos were and still are a bit excessive. All right. Hello, Nathan. I'm going to say Rita, but it might be Rita. I'm not great at pronunciation sometimes. I'm kind of out of breath, but this is Dollywood versus Silver Dollar City. No, I'm not rapping Cool Ghost. Yeah, I don't really have a beat for this one, so I might have to go without a beat. We'll try it. So Silver Dollar City had the verse, and it would go. The Smokies tourist trap should know I mean business. It's time to let you off like an old tank Christmas. My fire falls on your park when I drop lines. Only one rapper spoken to you flooded. Mine. So that's the first part. We'll move on. And made a launch wooden coaster and little went well, but when you and I box, not just rod as an L, lighting rods always off in the wind and the cold, lighting while I'm spitting hot. This is like fire in the hole. And then this line's really bad, but I can do it. And then there's you may be the best theme park in Tennessee, but the name of that state is the only 10 I see. And then there's a part I don't have a thing to pair with, but there was neither your cue nor your themes are timeless, something like that. But then there's definitely the final part is it seems the only thing you can burn is your train. Now you're on the right track to make everyone complain. Apart from our parking, which I offer all free, you're a copy of me like SD Control C. I don't know. What do people think of that first verse? I can try to do this next part. Let me see how complete this verse is. All right. Yeah, so we got Dollywood's first verse would be I beg your pardon, but it's no surprise that your rap couldn't even give my logo butterflies. You shouldn't bring up fire in the hall on this beat when you're extinguishing that ride for a building by the street. When you want to fire shots, you get but your problems are bigger when the guns on your dark ride leave all your guests triggered because flood of mine, the guns don't really work that well. And then you're starting a cave that was not safe at all. You have outlawed wrong, but can outrun the law. That's what it was. Sorry. And then I had other things that were not pair with lines, but one other pair I had was your park is obscure. I got millions visit, and I'm making that bread with and without cinnamon. That's my favorite line. I kind of gotta make this a full rap, honestly, if that just to get that line in there. All right, but there were some things I had. The roughness of your coaster spreads like wildfire because people call wildfire rough, and then I'm sure you bit off knots since your park is a ghost town, and then you'll need to knock on wood when you head into my Thunderhead wooden coaster. That's what we got for that. And then Silver Dollar City verse 2. You like to talk money, but your biggest investment has an Alpine coaster's name and a speed that's even less kid. I can't even bear you spending mountains of cash on Fire Chaser Express with no backwards half. That was referencing Big Bear Mountain. Actually, I was writing this before the Dollywood announcement, and I thought, all right, so this Dollywood announcement is going to give me something to help Dollywood flex in the battle, but it ended up giving me something to really diss. All right, so now we have Silver Dollar City saying, see your beef for your guest, so I'm sure you can't grill it. I'm really good with brosons. I kill it with my skillet. I coined the name Silver Dollar. Dolly's all you got. And you can't make Ribbles against Ripley's. Something like that. You can't make Ribbles against Ripley's, believe it or not, because there's nearby in Gatlinburg. You got that. And next was this next one's about Dolly Parton being scared of roller coasters. It was you're getting owned like your owner who's playing with fire. Essentially claims to love the park, yet she's scared of Dragon Flyer. And then your roller coasters get lots of hate in your roller coasters get lots of hate in your fandom, like the worst girl slayer that makes people throw tantrums because tantrums are like. And then there was the final line of this Silver Dollar City's closing line. I don't know what it would have been paired with, but there's definitely going to be gunning Dollywood down with a double barrel roll. So hop on my train because I'm taking the gold. That one also, man, I had a few good lines there. I got to finish that. And then next, Dollywood would have had I win dozens of awards, and it always pays. While you need to steal gold because you have no GTAs, you can try to take the gold, but silver's in your name seems you settled that first since the rhymes were so tame. That was a really bad one, but I have that for now. This next one, I'm really glad I had it. So, like River of the Ozarks, your park has collapsed, and you blew its replacement even harder than glass because glass blowing is a big thing in the park. And then other things I have, let's see, my rides tell tales of adventures expressed while you need grand exposition for your stories to make sense. And then I definitely had your rapping is poor and you have to abort as a last resort because you can't dream more. I was trying. But the one other thing, it was going to be a kind of twist. I had a surprise third rapper, Kentucky Kingdom, coming in. This one is much more style over substance. Honestly, it had a lot more like flow switches, but not many harsh disses. But I can try that. I'm going to need to get more water first, though. All right. Y'all ready? All right. So Kentucky Kingdom would say, Got my bros trading blows, none of them struck me, and there's no way you're both gonna get lucky. If you're going to flow, make it less sucky, but you know you can throw it down with Kentucky. Dolly, when you're in a state of dilapidation, you ruin the serene beauty of the Appalachians. Grandmas love you, but here's the harsh truth. You're only the goat on a nearby roof. And $0 City only kills it in rap if it's on fire in the hole's maintenance track. So unlike my park, you cannot be saved. In fact, you're further underground than your cave. I run fast as lightning, break thunder, so fighting you're dumb when I'm running. No one finds you striking. My flow is enticing. It won't be surprising. The bros are all finding me so mesmerizing. Just ask any writer on my SLC. If you step with the meat, I can sever your feet. You have inmates and sales, but no key to defeat me. Got top tier tracks. You can call it a T3. Oof. All right, that's it. But there was a fourth rapper that I put in. This one was going to be after the Who Won screening came in. Wild Adventure would come in and say, wait. Where are you going? Don't forget Wild Adventures when it comes to the best park. I'm a top contender. Hey, don't start the outro. My verse isn't done. Let me ask give me a rap first, then ask who won. Yeah, so it would be Wild Adventure interrupted because it's the worst Hershey Park for everyone. All right, Charge on PC, my favorite type of video to make. I love putting time into the rap battles and YTPs, but they are way harder to make, but they're more rewarding. So I guess those, like the joke videos. All right, what everyone think? I'll put in the poll to see if I should do the Cedar Point Magic Mountain one. All right. So should I do the other rap? As you guys put in the poll, I will do a Kahoot. All right. Out of breath from that one. All right. Okay, so for the Kahoot, I'm going to put it up on the screen, try to share that. Hopefully that works out, and then you'll just be able to get in with the code. All right, so I got an idea for the Kahoot. Oh, that's not going to work. This is interesting. I don't know a lot of these. There might be some tough ones in here. Yeah, I think I've gotta. Yeah, we'll do this one, and if it doesn't work out, we'll do a different one. But first, so do people want to see the rap? Barely. Oh, don't worry. I have the Kahoot. I should be able to screen share using OBS. Just gotta. Hopefully this works. It did not. So now we got nothing. So okay. So now I got that. All right, does this work? Wait, I'm showing answers. All right, did anyone see those? I hope no one saw those. Well, in that case, I'll find a new one. So for now, go back to this view. I'll find a different one. But I did like that idea. Okay. Oh, this one's pretty interesting. It's 10 questions. All right. So this quiz was last updated 3 years ago, just so everyone knows. Well, this work. I swear I'm clicking got it, but nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. Crank out the Kahoot music. Sorry, this music's so good. Oh, no. Like, everyone likes Kahoot music, right? All right. Okay, Winged Squid 71. All right, so 13 people are live. All right, so for those who are new, Kahoots, feel free to join. It's on Busch Gardens, Tampa, my home park. The winner, probably I'll let them choose the video topic for the future. And at the very end of this video, by the way, you get to choose what Sunday's upload is. I was like, can everybody hear the Kahoot music? Just got to make sure because Kahoot music is so good. I used to constantly dance to it in class. I still do, probably, actually. All right, so I want to know, is everybody in who wants to be? I got 7 players in, 8 players in. Nope, 7. All right. Yeah, I can shrink my screen a little more. Actually, because of the way Kahoot is, we'll go tiny in the corner. All right, that should work well. All right, so I'm going to start at the count of 10. Sorry, from 10, counting down to 1. If no one says, wait, stop. All right, and a charge on PC? No, I am not. All right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, the coach will still be on the screen, but we're starting. Busch Gardens, Tampa, Kahoot, 10 questions, I believe. Good luck. History. All right. So get your Google ready, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So first question is, what year did Busch Gardens, Tampa open its doors? I was born in 2004, actually, so it'd be very interesting if that were the answer. Yeah. Omega Productions. Interesting theory. All right. Now the music is a vibe. All right. Out of time. Oh. I did know this answer, but I don't know. I was not quite expecting that result. All right. So we're all tied for first at least. All right. Moving on. It might be tough to win this one, but the prize is worth it. All right. So what ride opened at Busch Gardens Tampa in 1965? Wait, am I able to play? That's weird. I can't help but notice that these shade in when I'm moving. All right, nonetheless. Skyride, Serengeti Plains, Shikara, Tigress. All right, 2 people got Serengeti Plains. It makes sense that that's what it would have been, but let's see. What have we got? All right, charge and hashtag remove the trims. I wonder who those 2 might be. Oh, wow, Walter, are you on your phone? You might be able to, depending on what your phone is, keep the YouTube tab kind of in the corner and just stay on the Kahoot one. All right, next question. The area known as Sesame Safari of Fun was originally known as what? So this is an interesting one. Sesame Street Safari of Fun. So this one has a bit more time, it looks like, but I like the music. There's a lot of people who answer this. I was going to mention that it's similar to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I take it back. I was wrong. It's Dwarf Village. I never would have gotten that. Who got that? Like, they get serious cred. Charged, you are like a mastermind. What's the maximum speed of Sheikra? I think more people might know this one. We're going to the roller coasters now. Wait, what? Oh. Am I going to get copyright claims? I don't like there not being music. I'll add some in. Sorry, let's not do that. All right. Yeah, that one more people got than any other question. Okay. Joe Mama is in second, but Charged is doing very well. All right. What record did Kumba have when it opened? This one seems easy. Obviously, it's green, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, Charge. I like trivia as well. Might do a Kahoot live stream this weekend or next week. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? All right, music. I figured it was going to be the vertical loop one, but I didn't know if something had more versions like Kumba. Nonetheless, all right. So, all right. It's getting very competitive now. Next question. How tall is Falcon's Fury? $322 feet, 308 feet, 340 feet, 335 feet. All right. Most people have answered. Oh, I know what it's like to misclick. All right. Yes, it is 335 feet. Oh, wow. Millennium Force is on the way. It's very close. Closely contested. All right, 1999, before called Hallow Scream. What PG-13 Halloween event did Busch Gardens have? I got no idea. I have a guess. Two of them seem, I don't know, like they wouldn't be it. And the other one's funny, but I don't think it's what Busch Gardens would go with. That's what I would have gone with, Spooky Safari. And yep, more people did put that one. All right, so. All right. Not Builderkin is not. All right, yeah, it's Builderkin, I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless. Now known as the Serengeti Overlook Restaurant, this building originally opened in 1964. Yeah, I know this one. Yeah. All right. I did not know it looked like a German building. All right, music. Stop. All right, looks like more people are in once we had a Kahoot in the works. I wonder how many players there are right now. Yep, the old Swiss house. I didn't realize it actually looked like an old Swiss house at that point, but maybe it still does, and I'm just weird. Charge is really doing well at this. All right. SeaWorld and Busch Gardens Conservation Fund has given over how much in grants to 1,200 organizations? I got no clue. Actually, I have a pretty good guess based on this one. All right. One person. Yeah, I would have just gone for the largest number on this one. It was Charge. All right. Last question. This is everyone's chance. All right. Tigris Open is Florida's what launch coaster? Was it the tallest, shortest, second, or slowest? Why would it tell you the answer? I should have paused the video. Oh, I hope you all saw it said tallest. Yeah. All right, we got the podium. In third place with a 4 out of 10 is Remove the Trims. Hashtag Remove the Trims. Millennium Force got second. And in first place, it's Charged. Okay, you win again, Charged. What the heck was... Okay. 28% correct average. Wow. Nice. Nah, but that was pretty tough. So quite impressive for one to win. Another one for Cedar Point. Billerkin, I agree. We'll do another one. We'll do a full live stream of these, honestly, at some point. All right, so I will look up a Cedar Point one. Try to find one that is difficult, but not as many people have seen, possibly. So just to be safe, my computer is dying. If only it were charged. Yeah, get it? Yeah, nonetheless. All right. Oh, this one will be good, I think. Okay, some of these are really bad, but some of them are great. All right, charge. I should compete. I don't know. This is pretty old. I'm gonna look for a different template. Hang on. If you guys have more questions, keep going. Anti-trim brakes. If you want me to talk about worse trims, I mean, if you count Goliath and Titan, it does not get worse than that. Maybe this one will work. Give me a sec to look at this one. I like this one. Okay, well, some of them are easy and some are outdated. I don't like that one, but now that I've given that shock face, I think you guys really will want to know what it said. So this is gonna be the next one. All right, Cedar Point quiz, 16 questions, and some of them are easy for those who know roller coasters as well. Now, Coaster Addict, thank you. All right, Builderkin, the answer is 2, I'm pretty sure. Also, this camera was not in the way for anyone last time, right? All right, classic mode. Don't think we're going to do team mode, given that. Yeah, all in different places. All right, loading. All right, people want me to compete in this one. I have to pull up my phone. I don't know if I have to download the app. I don't have the app if I do. All right, if I win, I will choose the next video. Nah, all right. All right, so looking at this, I'm going to give 10 seconds for someone to say in the stream, wait, stop, I'm not ready. So on the count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, are we ready to begin? All right. Hope I do well. So I got itchy nose. All right. All right. So the Switchback Railway or Corkscrew. Wait, am I able to click on these? I was Blue Streak, Jumbo Jet. All right, this might be a hint, might be a thing to throw us off. I don't know. All right, so yes, it was Switchback Railway. A lot of people knew that one. All right, ironically, last place is in first. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Which coaster manufacturer is the most at Cedar Point? I don't like that they don't have music. I'm just gonna not play the videos, honestly. We just sit in dead silence. All right, it is aerodynamics. They have Gemini, Cedar Creek Mine Ride, Magnum, Corkscrew, and Iron Dragon. So 5. No one, not that one. What's the oldest coaster standing at Cedar Point? All right. Now we got music. All right, a lot of people got that one. All right, guys, I think this live stream has to finish. We're going to quickly go through this. Pretty sure the wrong answer is what's being shown. I thought it was 210. All right, fly through these. Well, I guess this is an outdated quiz. But of these, I'm not sure what to think of this one based on the time this came out. Oh. All right, I got that one. Now, guess the coaster. Another guess the coaster. I wouldn't consider this a coaster personally. Everyone do that one. Okay. Almost at the end here. Just 3 more. Oh, wow, Walter, it used to be Cedar Point. Yeah, this was the one that had me wide-eyed. Answer this one quickly so we don't have to add this one on the screen much. Oh. Final one. I got no clue. All right. Let's finish this up. All right, good job. On third place. And number 2. And the winner was last place. And I was last place, by the way. All right, so that's going to be the whole stream. Thank you all for coming. Sorry about the promises thing, but I got to get somewhere else now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.